The memory and mention of the man Levy Patrick Mwanawasa is inundated with tales of outstanding leadership qualities and milestones by many standards. At the mention of his name, those that knew him from a distance, acquaintances and contemporaries, all burst into eulogies, every one of them proclaiming with admiration the depth of his character and the breadth of his mind.
The late President Levy Patrick Mwanawasa can be described as a man who really shifted the economic destiny of our country through his consistency in areas of fiscal discipline. He himself governed his own life with great principles of restraint and constraint. He based his governance system on principle, not on popularity.
From his surge into the public limelight when he was appointed Solicitor General by President Kenneth Kaunda, to his appointment as Vice President by President Frederick Chiluba in 1991, and onwards to his election as President of Zambia in 2001, Levy Mwanawasa's affinity towards public leadership ideals such as decency, honorableness, foresightedness, prudent stewardship of public resources, and the respect for the rule of law was evident. On the alternate, it is this very devotion to leadership ideals and his disregard for corruption which won him the hearts of the Zambian people to vote him into the highest office in the land to become Zambia's third president.
I have not come into politics just to play games of deceit and plundering. I have come into government, into politics, to make a contribution to my nation. And I want everybody to help me to solve those problems. We invested a lot in politics when we were campaigning up to December 2001. Now is the time for us to invest in matters which advance this nation forward.
The president has voiced his concern on corruption. I am somebody who doesn't accept even a small bit of corruption. I don't want you to look at individuals on the basis of tribe, on the basis of their religion, on the basis of qualifications, on the basis of anything, not even a political party. I told them, I know UNIP people have had a problem to walk into this office. UPND people have had a problem to walk into this office. I said, now I'm both UNIP, I'm both MMD, I'm both UPND. So for me, any Zambian who walks here will be treated because he's a Zambian.
President Mwanawasa's economic revolution was anchored on a threefold policy reform. To begin with, he highlighted food security by improving support to the agriculture sector. He instigated winter maize growing to alleviate food shortages that occurred after he rejected genetically modified maize shipments from the United States of America on grounds that they were possibly harmful to citizens and the environment.
Our people here appreciate the efforts which we made to ensure that we brought relief food to our people. Now, it was natural that we had to find food to our people and ensure that not a single person died. The famine was severe, and we were offered as a country GMO maize. We refused to accept GMO maize because we were not certain as to the safety of this type of food. So we said our people will not be fed on GMO maize. At that time, there were a lot of countries, including the United Kingdom and USA, who said 2.9 million of the Zambians are going to starve to death because they have refused to accept GMO maize. Not a single Zambian died from starvation. And to me, and to my administration, this is indeed a pride. We have, in the process, gained international respect. We have, in the process, gained international respect at the fact that we were and are a sovereign state, and we were merely exercising our sovereignty to eat and not to eat what we wanted.
Mwanawasa attracted new investments for the mines to revamp their operations. This move improved tax revenues for the government and reduced unemployment. He would eventually succeed in negotiating a debt write-off for the country through the HIPIC program due to renewed confidence from the international community.
He wanted to make sure that the Zambian people benefit from the resources that Zambia has. That was paramount for him. And whenever we had arguments or discussions, he would say wherever there was a conflict between foreign and local should prevail.
I pray that many Zambians can remember Levy as a man who shifted the destiny of our country, especially that when we came into government, there was a $7.2 billion debt.
I consider him as one of the greatest patriots that this country has ever had, who loved this country so much that he was prepared to give his life, to this country.
This is only but a brief chronicle of an enormous legacy whose milestones cannot be told in limited time. Levy Patrick Mwanawasa, leadership epitomized in times of disruption.